Hello. This is Ines, and I'm health and fitness coach. I help women to create body they love. So I have decided to invite one of my clients for a quick interview for her to share with you guys to see how she achieved the result, what she achieved, and what was her journey like. And yeah, I will pass the ball. And I will let her to introduce herself.
Hi. Oh, it was. Hi, my name is Donna, and I am a busy mom working in hospitality. So, yes, Ines was helping me to get rid of the weight that I didn't want and helping me to achieve something that I was looking forward to for a very long time since I had a baby.
Thank you, Dana. What I'm gonna do is I will ask you very some direct questions, and then we'll take it from there. How does this sound for you?
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, happy.
So, most important thing, when did we started to work together? If you can look back, and what was your main struggle? Why? What was the reason you get in touch with me?
Well, it was obviously I had a baby about 2 years ago, and the happiest time of my life, of course, and everything was going well, but I could never really lose the last, let's say, last stone of weight to be into my pre-pregnancy weight. So that was kind of something that I was trying to achieve, but it was very hard because I guess I had a lot of excuses, And then when lockdown came and the whole life just changed for everybody, it also changed for me. And it didn't change for the best, it actually changed for the worse. And when I say for worse, it was just the habits that were bad were becoming even worse. And I knew that I needed to address it. And thankfully I came across your page, and obviously I've been following you on Facebook for quite a while, and then you were asking these intriguing questions. Do you want to do, or do you want to lose? And I'm like, hell yes, that's me, please. So yeah, and then I was like, you know what, I mean, like, I have to try to see what I can achieve. Yeah, so
Uh,
that's how.
Thank you. And another question I wanted to ask you: what was your life before? And because you done the like before the pregnancy, you were quite active, right? What did you tried before?
So prior to my pregnancy, obviously I was very busy, like yourself. I worked in a hotel, and my lifestyle was extremely busy. But I didn't have a children, so I had a lot of time for my runs. I had a lot of time for exercising. I had a lot of time for myself, really. But it was good in a sense that if I went on to do something, I was actually doing it. Whereas at the time when I approached you, it was kind of everything just went shambles. But prior to this, like, I would be a runner. I would enjoy going for runs, and I would enjoy doing different pieces, which I found very difficult to do, obviously, at the time.
Or like after the pregnancy, you mean?
After the pregnancy, after my baby was born, your life gets taken away from you, if you like. Yes, you still are yourself, but are you really? And then you can find all the excuses in the world. And that's, I have been trying to go into boot camps. I was exercising, but my diet wasn't right, and I knew that. Like, I would go and do this like hardcore session for like an hour, and but my intake wasn't balancing out with my exercise. So instead of like losing the unwanted body fat or unwanted shape that I had, I was actually just creating something that was actually worse than before. And worse when I started it. So it was like going nowhere.
Oh yeah. I totally know, but yeah, it also really matters what environment you are in, and yeah, that's also play a big role. And the most important thing, why it was important for you now, like literally, you could have started to think about it like half a year ago or so. Why actually you got to the point like, okay, now this is the time, now or never.
Well, yes, actually, partially I have to blame the lockdown, because I knew that I will never have so much time for myself as I will at this point, and it was like, what really was scaring me was the habits that I was, you know, developing. Like, yes, like, my bad snacking, my relationship with wine, was I was very friendly with my wine, and it was like, like I would wake up in the mornings and, like, yes, you are tired, like everyone is when they're waking up in the mornings, but I would be waking up in the mornings and being like I literally can't keep my eyes open. I need like 3 cups of coffee to wake myself up, and I need, I don't know what I need, and I just couldn't function. I had no energy, I had no nothing, and like I had to become honest with myself and look at myself in the mirror, really, and say, like, it's either you're going to stay like this or you have to change, because reality is I am only 30 years old, and like I want to look my best, I want to feel the best, and like children shouldn't be excuse for that. That's just my opinion. So like for me it was like the whole, I have to go and I have to do that, and obviously you came along in the right time. You were just the kick in the butt that I needed.
Amazing. All right. One of the reasons I love what I do for people like you, that those succeeded. And I just wanted you to share with everyone, what was your biggest takeaway? How it is working with me together? Um, because you could have chosen any other, uh, yeah, any other nutritional therapist or coach or any other, yeah, health practitioner.
Well, obviously, like people who don't know, like, like firstly was that I already knew you from like back home. So whenever I was kind of like, starting to follow and starting to see what you were doing, what you were trying to promote, it was like, this is what I have to do, So like I was feeling that, you know, what you're trying to show people is something that everyone can take away from. So like I chose you because when you were talking about things, you knew what you were talking about. It wasn't just like, you were saying things like nothing was without a reason. If there's something that needs to be done, then there's reason for it. Or if something needed to be eaten that will benefit you in such and such way, or something needs to be, you need to drink something, it's going to be for that or that reason. So I felt safe that I knew that, like if I putting my mind, my heart, my everything into it, I knew that with the help of you I will be able to achieve that. So I was just hoping for the best. And like after the meeting, the initial meeting that we had through the Zoom, I knew that you were asking me questions that were really like, deep questions. It wasn't just like, do you want to lose weight? Yes. Okay. Well, this is what you're going to eat. This is not how it happened. You were telling me, you were asking me really deep questions that I wouldn't think of like in daily basis, So like, it was no brainer for me, and so this is the best, that literally is the best money I've ever spent. It really is.
Yeah. So the other question, thank you, Donna. The other question is, where would you be now if you wouldn't take the chance and invested in yourself, and for us working together? If you would say no to me, to my offer, where would you be now?
I would probably be another stone heavier than I was prior to when I was talking to you. I would still probably be extremely fatigued, tired, very grumpy. Yeah, indeed. And just unhappy, And I guess that's how I would feel, and that's where I would be. I wouldn't be looking at myself like I am today, like I'm walking past the mirror, and I'm like flexing, and I'm like, oh, look at me, look at me, myself. I'm telling this to myself. And it's kind of like yeah, like I'd really actually looking to think of where I would be, it's not something that I think of in every day, because at the moment I'm just looking at the future and I'm so like energetic. I'm so like, this is just the beginning, this is just the beginning. Like what we've done in 6 weeks, I mean, like, for me, that was just unreal. I was like, oh my God, I don't have to count calories. I don't have to, like, do all these crazy things, and I can eat, and I can choose what I eat, and I can choose what I don't eat. And yeah, like, discipline. I love the fact that, not only that you offered me a change in what, I can achieve, but you also offered me flexibility within your program. Yes, I had to be strict, but I also had the flexibility. So, like, I love the fact was that,
Maybe the
after you
sound
and
is
I
not
spoke,
working.
it wasn't like you said, oh, you're drinking wine every night. That's a lot, so stop it. That was never said. You were like, yeah, that's fine. You will have a white wine, whatever, like twice a week. Choose that. It's okay. And like, I love that, because I was like, if you would say no to me, I'll be like, oh well, Ines said no, but I'm probably gonna go and try it anyways. So yeah, just yeah, I'm probably talking about something else already.
All right, all right. People need to know. And what were your results? So we had a like time section from week 1 till week 6. We did a follow up and we catch up on that. What were your results,
So
achievements?
the achievements, like, I only speak in kilos, right? I don't understand pounds or any other measurements.
I love.
Metrics is my to go. So I lost, I think it was 6 kilos. What was it, Ines?
It was five kilograms, and that's 11 pounds.
11 pounds, and the waist was whatever. I can't actually even tell you, because
Mine.
like the pictures. So yeah, so basically they were the achievements that, they were like on your metrics. So obviously you could see your from the pictures. And like, honestly, this is the first time ever like I'm getting close to achieving some sort of a six pack. So I'm never in my life, even my fittest times, I have never had anything like that. So to even like standing in front of mirror and seeing what core exercise can do only 10 minutes a day, for that was only done for 2 weeks, because I couldn't get into routine of exercising right away. So the core exercises that, we did the first challenge, and I remember you said to me like, look, what is it that you're struggling with? And I was like, look, I just can't get myself into exercise. And you're like, right, okay, we're doing challenge, this is what's going to happen. So I was like, okay, happy days. So Facebook started, and that was the first time when I actually was like, right, okay, I have to get this out of my mind, that I get dizzy on my carpet in the living room when I exercise. I always have that feeling that anytime like I have to try and exercise on my carpet, I'm like, oh my God, I'm claustrophobic. I can't do this. This is too much, So when I started to do it with you, it was like, okay, let's do this. And what I loved about it was that it wasn't just your crunches, your proper like boom boom, like you do it in the gym. I felt like your exercises were more like based on a Pilates base, and there was different movements that made me feel that I was doing something different that was working for my body. So following your core exercises only, I swear, I'm not lying to anybody, this is not promotion for Inessa, this is just what happened. Okay, so it was 2 weeks. Yeah, it was 2 weeks of core exercises every day for, what was it, like 5, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, let's say. And you always said you don't have to spend hours in doing it, just be consistent about it and do it every day. And that's what I did for 2 weeks. And I swear to God, like, I was like, my husband said, your stomach has never been this hard. So I was like, yeah, it was amazing. Like, so all in all, I have had a great experience. Like, yeah, so anyone who needs it, like, just go for it, just do it, but be honest with yourself.
Yeah. So the next question was is to you is what would you say somebody that is still on a fence? They're like, yes, but I don't really know if I want to, if I trust, if I want to invest the money, because some people are holding on to money and they're like, I don't know, I'm just gonna buy 20 pounds free download the menu and then I will try the diet, you know. And
No, I absolutely have to say, like, you know, like everyone at the start, you're thinking, you know, this is the what the service cost, and you're like, I don't know, you know, what. But I was like, you know what, I have to do this. And if you are on the fence, you know, and you're like kind of like going this way or that way or whatever, just go for it. But before you do,
the
just
sound,
be honest with yourself. Are you really ready for it? You know, don't do it,
the sound
you know,
disappeared a
if you
bit.
think that, you know, don't do it if you think you're not ready for it. You have to physically be ready for it. But I can tell you one thing for sure, that when you're going to go with Inessa, it's not just going to be, this is just a personal experience. You know, there wasn't just like, you know, here's your 6 week plan and this is what it is, and just work away with it. And you know, if you succeed, you succeed. If you don't succeed, you don't succeed. That was never the case. Inessa was straight away, she's like, look, there's my phone number. If you have any questions, if you have any doubts, any problems, anything at all, she said, you contact me and we will talk and we will message or whatever. You know, we were sending voice messages through the WhatsApp to each other, you know, if I had, especially first week, which was quite hard, you know. So we were sending messages back and forth, and the support, 100% support. And, you know, it's not just that, you know, I invested money in Inessa, like Inessa invested in me. You know, it works both ways, you know. So it's like, if you're still thinking whether you should do it, you know, if you're ready, do it.
Thank you, Donna, from all my heart. And I'm still celebrating your success because your success is my success. And yeah, thank you for following all the advices that I was giving to you, and also the exercise advice. It was really, yeah, I'm really amazed by your results, and I'm sure you are too as well.
Definitely. And one good thing before you have any other questions or we're near finishing, guys, not only that you have 6 week diet and you have to follow it for a week, but you also have a treat day, okay? A treat day when there's no limits, okay? Treat day. How could I forget about that, right? So whenever I started, it was like, oh, okay, like first message I sent to Inessa was like, you know what, like, okay, I go for it, like I see how I'll get on with it, and you know, if I'll be able. So there was like a literally a voicemail was like right back. She's like, what's the attitude if I'll be able to do it? She says, of course you're going to be able to do it. She says, of course you will, you just don't think about it as you won't, you know. She says, look forward your treat day. So Saturday was the day that I chose for myself to be my treat day. So like, there was no limits, you know, eat whatever you want, do whatever you want. If you have favorite foods that you have been missing, you know, eat them, you know, enjoy them, celebrate your weight loss, because definitely was happening for me, you know. So on the Saturdays I stepped on the scales and I was like, oh, happy days. So where's my pizza, or where's my pasta, or where is my whatever, you know. So yeah, it was amazing. So, and I still go by it, you know. I'm finished my 6 weeks, and you know, it's not just that I have done a diet for 6 weeks and I'm done now, you know. It's not me. Like, if I'll tell you that I'm actually looking into studying what you studied, then so I
Wow.
was like, literally, where is this happening? Because you have impressed me so much by everything, like the knowledge, the you know, the honesty, the everything about it, you know, is so interesting that I was like, literally, I was googling and seeing like, where is this college that she was in, and what do I have to do to get there, you know. So yeah, it's definitely on the cards as well, because I feel that like the change that I achieved within and outside and inside and on left and right, you know, was amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll definitely share with you which college was it. I can tell you actually here, CNM Medicine College, and they are in global. They also are in Ireland, I think.
I
So
know, I found
yeah,
them.
yeah. This is what. Thank you, Dana. It was. Do you have anything else to add to for anybody that is watching? before we
Yeah, well, and
close.
hopefully my friends that I have invited to this group, and I'm like, girls, this is what I'm doing. This is the juice I'm drinking. This is the smoothie I'm making. This is the core I'm doing. Like it wasn't just about like about a one way diet or whatever. It was about a community as well, like everyone there in our group are the girls, or I don't know if we have any gents in there. Maybe I've seen one. I don't know if we have or not. But it was about like, we're all
I
there
can't
and
hear
we're
her,
kind of like
Vivi.
building this, but we're building this community, of like people who are happy, or some days we're unhappy, some days we're tired, some days we're not tired. We share our experiences throughout the day, and we do join exercises if there are any. We're joining some challenges, and it was actually, it's actually has been a an eye opener, that it's not just about going to gym, or it's not just about doing one without doing the other, so finding that fine balance, and finding the time and believe in yourself that you will eventually achieve what you want if you're open about it and if you're ready to do it.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you so much for your time, for being here, and yeah, sharing this with everyone. I think everyone needs to know that there's another way. There's a easy way as well. You don't have to
So yeah,
feel like
the girl with no head and the belly before and nearly six pack on the other side, that's me. So yeah, that's it.
yeah. Well, thank you for tonight, and yeah, I will see you at our group, which is called
Absolutely.
yeah. But I will post the link actually below. So that's about it from today.
Thank you, Inessa. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. Ciao, ciao.